Wells. Born and raised in Greensburg, graduated from Greensburg High School.
That's right.
And is going to be challenging you guys to read more than he does. And he's going to talk to you a little bit about going to school and reading and how reading is a part of his daily life.
Okay. Like I said, my name's Meyer. Had this classroom for a class back in junior high. Went to Greensburg High School. I play baseball now for the Minnesota Twins minor league teams. And with that, you guys probably think I don't have to read very much, which can be true in ways, but there's still required readings with scouting reports. Anybody here know what a scouting report is? What's a scouting report?
I don't know exactly, but I just know it off Madden.
He's heard the term scouting report.
It's like when like a college scout is like trying to see who like pick coach.
Yeah, there's different types of scouting reports, which for me, I'm a pitcher in baseball, so mine is going to be breaking down the other team's hitters so that I can get them out when I'm pitching. And it's not too much, it's not very in-depth, but it's still something that I've got to read. But the most of my reading comes from being on a bus. Last year was my first year playing in the minor leagues, and one night our game got over at probably 10 o'clock. We got on a bus, left at midnight, going down to Georgia. So we went from near Baltimore, Maryland, all the way down to Augusta, Georgia. And I'm kind of tall, so I can't really fit on a bus very well, so I can't sleep. So really my only option was to have a book on my iPad that I read. And that's what I spent a lot of time doing. I didn't read too much before that, other than the requirements that I had in junior high and high school. But now it's kind of developed into a habit to where when I'm home and I don't have much to do, instead of just playing video games or something, I can get a book out and read and try and learn just a little bit either way I can on anything. I like reading autobiographies a lot. I like reading mystery books, but one of the main things with me when I was your guys' age that I really struggled with, a lot of you are probably smarter than I was, but I couldn't focus very well on books. I had to be in a completely quiet room. I had to have all distractions put away. I didn't have a cell phone when I was your guys' age, which I'm sure most of you probably do. But I spent a lot of time just down in my basement by myself with the TV turned off, the music off, reading my book. And if I didn't know a word, I would use a dictionary, because that was one thing my freshman high school teacher really emphasized with me. Because I would just, if I didn't know a word, which there were a lot of words I didn't know, I would just skip over it and keep going. And that didn't necessarily work. I missed a lot of key points for that. So that was the one thing that Mr. Holland really emphasized for me, was making sure that if I didn't know a word, I stopped and looked it up, or I asked somebody what it was, and they would help me out. So that's really all I have. If you guys have any questions about anything, I can answer them.
Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Alex.
How tall are you?
6'9".
Any reading-related questions?
Yes.
How often do you read?
Now I read quite a bit. I've gotten some magazine subscriptions that I get now, but I read. I usually am always reading a book. I try and read, at least make myself read a chapter a day to make sure I can keep up and get it done before I forget what it's about. So this off season I've read a couple of books, but I don't know. It'll pick up a lot more when I'm leave here in about a month with the season and everything. So I'll have a lot more downtime than I do now.
Do you hear that, guys? You guys have a month to get ahead of his reading. He's home now, he's subbing, he's doing stuff like this. You guys need to be reading now, because when the season starts, he's on the bus, he's reading, he's going to smoke you guys. April, do you have a question?
How fast do you read?
I'm not the fastest reader in the world. I'm probably just your average reader, if not probably a little slower, because like I said, especially now, even today, if I don't know a word, which there's still a lot of times I won't know what a word is, I'll make sure I get out my phone real quick and look up to see what it is, and then go back to reading. So, just depends. I'm probably just like you guys, if not probably slower than you guys. Sam, you got any questions?
I'm good.
All right, well, let's thank Mr. Meyer for being here today.
Thank you. Paper. I got that email.
Yeah.
I got it filled out.
Okay, great.
But the top two, I didn't know what to fill out for those two because of obvious reasons. So
That's perfect.
okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then just fill this stuff out and.
Yep,
Yeah.
just email me what.
Okay, that works.
You don't have to necessarily fill it out. Some people.
Hey, you're not in the video.
Okay.
Forget, they
Get
just
them
want to
in
every Friday.
Yeah, Yeah, that works. So just every Friday,
Every
Sunday?
Friday,
Okay.
yeah, until the end of February.
That works.
Thank
Alright.
you so much.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.
I can't do it. You got your head in it.
Okay, you can stop.
All right, we're
Let's
gonna
stop.